I cannot feel the fire, I cannot feel the rain, I cannot feel the joy, I cannot feel the pain. It's like my heart has been wrapped in a heavy blanket of snow, stuck in wintry days with nowhere left to go. I try to sing the old songs, I try to pray the old lines, but everything feels so blank behind these weary blinds. I stare at the ceiling and whisper into the chill. Why is my spirit so heavy? Why is it so still? You love me even when numb, you love me even when cold, when I have absolutely zero feelings left to hold. You don't demand an emotion, you don't demand a display. You sit right here in the winter and you promise to stay. You know me here, you hold the numb. I thought I had to be happy, I thought I had to be moved, to prove that I was still faithful, to keep my spirit approved. But you were touching the ice, you're breathing into the frost. You gently remind my soul that it is never lost. The numbness isn't a sin, it's just a body fatigued by all the wars I have fought, by all the heavy intrigue. I stopped trying to force it, I let the emptiness be, knowing your steadfast presence is surrounding me. You love me even when numb, you love me even when cold, when I have absolutely zero feelings left to hold. You don't demand an emotion, you don't demand a display. You sit right here in the winter and you promise to stay. Do you feel completely numb right now? You aren't necessarily sad, but you aren't happy either, you just feel blank. Listen to me. It is okay, trauma and exhaustion can freeze our emotions to protect us. God is not intimidated by your numbness. He doesn't need you to feel a certain way to love you. He is sitting with you in the quiet, patiently waiting for the spring. You don't have to fix yourself today. Just let him hold you while you thaw. The winter will pass, the ice will break, safely in your arms, for mercy's sake. The house is quiet, but my mind is loud. Heavy thoughts wrap around me like a cloud. I've been trying to carry the weight of the day, but the tears just fall. I can't wipe them away. Then I hear your voice in the stillness of the room. You don't have to hide in the gloom. Breathe in my peace, breathe out your fear. You are not alone, I am right here. Lay down your burdens, let go of the fight. Stay here with me in the middle of the night. I am right here. I thought my broken pieces were too much to hold, feeling so empty, feeling so cold. But your grace is a blanket wrapping my soul, taking my shattered heart and making it whole. I surrender the control, give you the pain, washing me clean like the midnight rain. Breathe in my peace, breathe my peace. Breathe out your fear, breathe out your fear. You are not alone. Oh, I am right here. Lay down your burdens, let go of the fight. Stay here with me in the middle of the night. If you're hurting right now, just close your eyes. The creator of the stars is watching over you. You are safe. You are held. You can rest now. I can finally sleep. I can finally rest. Held in your arms, I am safely blessed. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe out, breathe out. I've been pulling on the leather, trying to steer the heavy wheel, trying to dictate every turn and dictate how I feel. I thought if I could manage every shadow, every storm, I wouldn't have to face the terrifying dark alone. My hands are bruised and blistered from the grip I try to keep. I am micromanaging the world while everyone's asleep. I stare at my trembling hands, I whisper to the grave. If I let go for a second, will it all just slip away? But you are the master driver, you hold hold the universe in place. You don't need my frantic steering to orchestrate your grace. The illusion of control is just a heavy iron chain. You asked me to surrender and release the heavy reins. I let it go. I give the wheel to you. I thought that a surrender meant that everything would crash, that leaving it to you would turn my future into ash. But you can see the heavy storms that gather miles ahead. You route me through the valleys where the quiet waters tread. I don't have to play the architect, I don't have to be the guide. I can just be the passenger sitting safely by your side. I stopped fighting the direction, I let my weary fingers fall. I trust the sovereign maker who is watching over all. But you are the master driver, you hold the universe in place. You don't need my frantic steering to orchestrate your grace. The illusion of control is just a heavy iron chain. You asked me to surrender and release the heavy reins. Are you exhausting yourself trying to control every detail of your life? Do you feel like if you stop managing everything, the whole world will fall apart? Listen to me. You were never meant to carry the burden of playing God. The control you think you have is just an illusion born out of anxiety. God is in the driver's seat. He knows the road, and He knows exactly where He is taking you. Let go of the reins today. Let Him drive, you can finally rest. I surrender the control, I am resting in the ride. No more fighting with the road, with you as my guide. I've been carrying the world on my shoulders today, smiling for the crowd, but fading away. I'm so tired of being strong all the time, trying to find reason, trying to find rhyme. I close my door and I fall to my knees, begging for rest, begging for a breeze. This is my sanctuary, here in your grace. No mask to wear, no perfect face, just a broken soul resting in the Father's arms, shielded from the noise, safe from the harms, safe in your arms. Safe in your arms. demand my perfection, you just want my heart. You meet me exactly right where I fall apart. The pressure dissolves in the light of your truth, restoring my spirit, renewing my youth. I lay down my armor, I take off the crown. I'm letting the walls of my pride crumble down. This is my sanctuary, here in your grace. No mask to wear, no perfect face, just a broken soul resting in the Father's arms, shielded from the noise, safe from the harm. It's 3 a.m. again, and my eyes won't close. Where the time went, only heaven knows. The shadows dance upon my bedroom wall. I'm waiting for the silence to break my fall. I hear the clock ticking, but time stands still. I empty my thoughts, I surrender my will. In the quiet of the night, you are whispering my name. In the shadows, your love is the burning flame. I don't need to fear the dark anymore. Your peace is standing guard at my door, guarding my heart. Every worry about tomorrow loses its power here, washed away by the grace that is drawing near. You sing a lullaby over my restless mind, leaving the chaos and the sorrow behind. In the quiet of the night, you are whispering my name. In the shadows, your love is the burning flame. I don't need to fear the dark anymore. Your peace is standing guard at my door. The night is not your enemy. It is a canvas for his peace. Let your muscles relax, let your breathing slow down. He is watching the night, so you don't have to. I am safe. I can sleep. Your promises are mine to keep. Door has been wide open for a year or maybe more, but I am sitting in the corner on this cold and heavy floor. I know the sky is beautiful, I know the air is sweet, but this heavy rusty prison has become my safe retreat. I have lived inside the sorrow for so incredibly long that the thought of being happy feels terrifying and wrong. I look out at the open field, I whisper to the rust, if I leave this familiar pain, who am I gonna trust? You gently tell me it is time to leave the cage behind, to step out of the heavy dark that has colonized my mind. The healing feels so foreign, and the freedom feels so wide, but you are walking with me, staying right beside my side. I step out of the cage, I leave the pain behind. I made a blanket from the grief, a pillow from the shame. I found a twisted comfort in always taking all the blame. But you are calling me to take a breath of pure and honest air, to trust that there is solid ground outside of this despair. I don't have to stay a victim to the things that hurt me then. I can walk into the sunlight and begin to live again. I slowly stand upon my feet, I walk toward the frame. I step into the bright unknown, trusting in your name. You gently tell me it is time to leave the cage behind, to step out of the heavy dark that has colonized my mind. The healing feels so foreign, and the freedom feels so wide, but you are walking with me, staying right beside my side. Are you afraid to heal? Sometimes we stay in a painful situation or hold on to our grief simply because it is what we know. The pain becomes a familiar friend, and the thought of being happy actually feels scary. Listen to me, a cage is still a cage, even if you've decorated the inside of it. God has opened the door. You do not have to live in the trauma of your past anymore. It might feel strange to step out into the freedom, but He is holding your hand. Walk out, you are safe now. I am walking out the door, I am standing in the sun, leaving all the familiar pain. The healing has begun. I've been sitting in the ruins of a house I burned myself, looking at the blackened pictures on a shattered, broken shelf. I carry all the soot and smoke upon my heavy clothes, walking through the shadows where the bitter wind just blows. I'm so terrified to let you see the mess that I have made, convinced that if you saw the dirt, your love would quickly fade. I look down at my blackened hands. I whisper to the night, I am far too dirty now to step into the light. But your mercy is a heavy rain upon the dusty ground, washing every single stain wherever it is found. You don't pull your hands away from the ashes and the dirt. You step right in the middle of my self-inflicted hurt. You wash it all away. You make me clean again. The world will keep a record of the fires that I lit, and tell me I belong right here inside the darkest pit. But you take off my heavy coat of failure and of shame, and clothe me in a robe of white and call me by my name. The crimson of my history is washed as white as snow, and grace is breaking through the ground where nothing used to grow. I stop hiding in the dark, I step into the rain. I let your perfect holy love wash away the pain. But your mercy is a heavy rain upon the dusty ground, washing every single stain wherever it is found. You don't pull your hands away from the ashes and the dirt. You step right in the middle of my self-inflicted hurt. Do you feel like your mistakes have left a permanent stain on your life? Are you sitting in the ashes of bad choices, convinced that God could never want someone with hands as dirty as yours? Listen to me. The blood of Jesus does not just cover a little bit of dust. It completely washes away the deepest, darkest stains we could ever make. God isn't afraid of your mess. He isn't holding his nose when he looks at you. Step out into the rain of his grace. You are completely forgiven. You are clean. I am washed as white as snow. I am standing in the clear, wrapped inside a perfect love that casts away the fear. I poured out my heart till I had nothing left, living on echoes, just catching my breath. The world keeps on spinning, demanding my all. inside I'm hollow, just waiting to fall. I look in the mirror, but the spark is gone. I don't have the strength to keep pretending I'm strong. Feeling empty, Jesus sees you right where you are. He doesn't need you to be a shining star when your cup runs dry and your spirit is weak. He is the living water your weary soul seeks. He sees you, he truly sees you. People walk by and they don't see the ache. They don't hear the sound that a fragile heart makes. But you count my tears and you know every sigh. You stay when the well of my soul has gone dry. I have nothing to offer, my hands are just bare. But you look in my emptiness and tell me you care. Feeling empty, Jesus sees you right where you are. He doesn't need you to be a shining star when your cup runs dry. Feel like you have absolutely nothing left to give? Like you're just existing, running on empty? Listen to me, Jesus doesn't love you for what you can produce. He doesn't need your perfection. He just wants your heart. It's okay to be empty right now. Just let him fill you up. I've been painting on a canvas, trying to hide the tear, smiling for the audience, swallowing the fear, holding up a mountain, pretending it's a stone, trying to be flawless, but I'm shivering to the bone. I look in my trembling hands, the colors start to run. I whisper to the quiet night, I think I'm finally done. You don't need a masterpiece, you only want my heart. You love me in the middle, right where I fall apart. I lay down the heavy weight of trying to be strong. of your mercy is exactly where I belong. You want the real me, just the real me. You want the real me, just the real me. The world demands a diamond, but I am fragile glass, standing in the judgment line, hoping I can pass. But you step into the gallery, ignoring all the pride. You hold the broken pieces that I always try to hide. I take off the heavy mask, I let you see the real me. Your unconditional love is exactly what sets me free. You don't need a masterpiece, you only want my heart. You love me in the middle, right where I fall apart. I lay down the heavy weight of trying to be strong. In the beauty of your mercy is exactly where I belong. Have you been exhausting yourself trying to be perfect? Feeling like if you make one mistake or let your guard down, you'll lose your worth? Listen to me, God doesn't love the pretend, flawless version of you. He loves the real you, the tired you, the flawed, uncertain you. You don't have to earn his affection with a perfect performance. Lay down that heavy burden tonight. You are deeply loved, exactly as you are. No more pretending. I am fully known, covered in your grace. Never on my own. No more breathe out, you don't have to be perfect here. I'm staring at the reflection of a face I hardly know, looking at the heavy lines of a debt I seem to owe. I promised I would be stronger, I promised I would heal, but here I am entirely broken, spinning on the wheel. I can forgive the whole wide world for everything they do, but looking in the mirror now, I cannot pull me through. I close my heavy, tired eyes, I whisper to the glass, how long will I punish myself? When will this anger pass? But you don't hold the heavy stones I throw in my own chest. You ask me just to lay myself inflicted wounds to rest. You love the person in the glass that I so deeply hate. You call me whole and beautiful right here inside this state. You forgive me. I need to forgive me too. The enemy of my own soul is living in my mind, telling me I'm far too gone, leaving all my worth behind. But you step right beside me. You are looking in the frame. You trace the scars upon my cheek and gently speak my name. You tell me that the cross was heavy enough for all the blame, and keeping myself in this prison is an empty, broken game. I stop holding myself hostage. I let the gavel fall. I accept the perfect mercy that is covering it all. But you don't hold the heavy stones. I throw it my own chest. You ask me just to lay myself inflicted wounds to rest. You love the person in the glass that I so deeply hate. You call me old and beautiful right here inside this state. Are you your own worst critic? Can you easily forgive everyone else, but you refuse to forgive yourself for the mistakes you've made? Listen to me. If the creator of the universe has forgiven you, you do not have the right to condemn yourself. Holding on to self-hatred doesn't make you holy. It just keeps you stuck. Look in the mirror today. God loves the person looking back at you. It is time for you to love them too. I am letting myself off the hook. I am stepping in the light, seeing through your eyes of grace in the middle of the night. I've been staring at the ceiling, trying to connect the dots, tying all my heavy sorrow into tight and painful knots. I'm demanding all the answers, asking heaven to explain why the innocent are broken, why you ever allow the pain. My intellect is screaming, and my faith is wearing thin, trying to find the reasoning in the world we're living in. I hold my aching, spinning head. I whisper to the sky, if you love me like you say, won't you please just tell me why? But peace is not the product of a fully answered mind. Peace is trusting in the God who is merciful and kind. You don't always give the reasons, you don't always clear the view, but you step into the fire and you walk me right on through. I don't need to know it all, I just need to know you. I thought that an equation could resolve my heavy grief, belief that logic was the only way to finally find relief. But the human mind is fragile and the universe is vast, and the answers that I seek would never truly ever last. So I trade my heavy questions for the comfort of your chest, and let the great unknown become a place of holy rest. I lay the magnifying glass away, I let the mystery remain. I trust the character of God inside the middle of the rain. But peace is not the product of a fully answered mind. Peace is trusting in a God who is merciful and kind. You don't always give the reasons, you don't always clear the view, but you step into the fire and you walk me right on through. Are you exhausting yourself trying to figure out why God allowed something to happen? Are you holding your peace hostage until you get an explanation? Listen to me, sometimes the why is hidden, and even if we knew it, it wouldn't take the pain away. True peace doesn't come from having all the answers, it comes from the presence of the Comforter. You don't have to figure it out tonight. Let go of the need to understand everything. Just let Him hold you. I surrender all the whys, I am resting in the who. Even in the darkest night, I will put my trust in you. The walls feel like they're closing in tonight. My chest is tight, I'm losing the fight. Every thought is spinning, pulling me down like a heavy anchor in a silent town. I can't catch my breath, I don't know what to do. But in the darkness, I reach out for you. You say, breathe in my love, let the panic cease. I am the anchor, I am your peace. When the waves crash hard and the night is long, you hold me close and you keep me strong. You keep me strong. The storm outside is nothing to the storm in my head, but your gentle whisper meets me on this bed, telling me tomorrow is a brand new start. Placing your hands on my racing heart. The shaking stops, the fear starts to fade. Safe in the shelter that your mercy made. You say, breathe in my love, let the panic cease. I am the anchor, I am your peace. When the waves crash hard and the night is long, figure it all out tonight. It's okay to just exist. He is holding the world, so you don't have to. Just breathe, slow and deep. And slow. I promised I would be better. I swore I wouldn't fall. I built 100 fences and I stood behind the wall. But the shadows found a weakness and I stumbled in the dark. And I blew out the remaining light of my own holy spark. I'm too terrified to pray right now, too ashamed to speak, knowing I broke all the vows I made just last week. I hide my face inside my hands, I whisper to the night, you must be so disappointed, I can never get this right. But you don't keep a tally of the times I hit the ground. Your mercy is an ocean where the ledgers all are drowned. You knew that I would stumble long before I ever tried. And you hold the same forgiveness with your arms open wide. You forgive me still, you always will. I'll project my human anger on the holy throne above, thinking I have finally exhausted all your love. But 70 times 7 is a number without end. It's the rhythm of a savior and the patience of a friend. You don't cross your heavy arms, you don't ask me to depart. You just kneel down in the dirt and gently heal my broken heart. I stop running from your face, I lay my heavy failure down. I let your overwhelming grace replace this thorny crown. But you don't keep a tally of the times I hit the ground. Your mercy is an ocean where the ledgers all are drowned. You knew that I would stumble long before I ever tried. And you hold the same forgiveness with your arms open wide. Are you avoiding God right now because you messed up again? Did you make a promise to him that you broke, and now you feel like He is finally done with you. Listen to me, God's grace does not have an expiration date. He knew you were going to fail before you even made the promise. And He loved you anyway. He doesn't have a punch card for forgiveness. His mercies are literally new every single morning. Come out of hiding. He is not shaking His head at you. He is waiting to wash you clean again. I am safely coming home. I am stepping in the light, washed completely clean again. In the middle of the night. I'm sweeping up the pieces of a heart that fell apart, looking at the ruins of what used to be a start. I feel so disqualified, so shattered on the floor, thinking I could never be of service anymore. The edges are too sharp, the pieces are too small. I'm just a broken vessel backed up right against the wall. I hold the jagged edges, I whisper to the clay. I guess the maker has no choice but throwing me away. You are the master potter, you don't abandon the debris. You kneel down in the ashes and you gently gather me. You fill the broken spaces with a pure and shining gold, making me more beautiful than I was ever meant to hold. You mend the cracks. You make me completely new. I used to hide the fractures, trying to paint them all away, pretending I was flawless in the middle of the gray. But now I see the scars are just the places where your light can shine the very brightest in the middle of the night. I don't have to be perfect to be held inside your hand. I am a living testament of the grace that you have planned. I stop hiding my history, I let the brokenness show. I let the gold of your mercy finally catch the glow. But you are the master potter, you don't abandon the debris. You kneel down in the ashes and you gently gather me. You fill the broken spaces with a pure and shining gold, making me more beautiful than I was ever meant to hold. Do you feel completely shattered today? Like your mistakes or your trauma have broken you into so many pieces that God couldn't possibly use you anymore? Listen to me, in art there is a practice where broken pottery is mended with gold. The flaws become the most beautiful and valuable part of the piece. God does the exact same thing with you. He doesn't throw you away when you break, He mends you with His grace. Your scars are not your disqualification. They are the proof of your healing. You are His masterpiece. I am beautifully broken, beautifully remade, covered in your mercy. I am not afraid. I watch the world go sprinting by, completely out of breath, chasing after milestones, working almost to the death. But I am sitting on the bed, just trying to survive, using all the strength I have just to stay alive. My body doesn't move the way it did a year ago, and everything I try to do is frustratingly slow. I look at my heavy hands, I whisper to the gray, I'm so sorry I don't have the strength to run today. But you don't ask me for a sprint, you don't demand a race. You slow your holy footsteps down to match my fragile pace. You are the God of the weary, the shepherd of the weak. You sit with me in silence when I have no words to speak. You match my pace, you never rush me on. I used to tie my value to the things that I could lift. I thought my productivity was my only holy gift. But you are stripping back the lies the heavy world is told, showing me my fragile life is made of purest gold. I don't have to conquer mountains to be held inside your hand. Sometimes just breathing in and out is all you ever planned. I stop pushing through the pain, I let the striving cease. I surrender all my limits to your overarching peace. But you don't ask me for a sprint, you don't demand a race. You slow your holy footsteps down to match my fragile pace. You are the God of the weary, the shepherd of the weak. You sit with me in silence when I have no words to speak. Are you dealing with physical pain, chronic fatigue, or depression that makes simply getting out of bed feel like a marathon? Do you feel guilty because you can't keep up with everyone else? Listen to me, God does not measure your worth by your energy levels. He is not tapping his foot, waiting for you to hurry up and get better. He's a gentle shepherd. He slows down to walk exactly at your pace. You don't have to run today. Just rest. You are enough, exactly as you are right now. I am resting in the slow. I am safely left behind, wrapped inside a perfect love, so gentle and so kind.